In the course of praying about it and seeking the face of God, I met my mentor, Pastor Alex, and I spoke to him about it. I told him about my desire to, relocate. I really want to relocate. And I think I want to do UK and, because the USA process is too much and all of that. Then in our conversation, he's like, why not go for USA? A lot of people are moving to USA. It's this. I'm like, no, I can't. I can't afford the process. It's too much for me. I can't do that. And it's too long. I need something that I would put, invest in, and before you know it, I'm out and gone. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Sonia Jidi. In this channel, we talk about everything lifestyle, nursing, motherhood, parenting, and travel. In today's video, I will be talking about why I chose to move to the USA as a foreign trained nurse. For those who are probably new to this channel, thank you for watching my video. Please do like, subscribe, and let's get this community growing. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. Take your hugs and kisses. Today's video, I want to share my own reason why I moved to the USA as a foreign trained nurse. So background history, I am a Nigerian by birth. I grew up and I schooled in Nigeria and as a nurse before I decided to move to the USA. The number one reason why I decided to move to the USA from Nigeria as a nurse is I wanted more for myself in nursing. For background purposes, I graduated from Madonna University in Nigeria as a BSN nurse and a registered nurse. After school, we have this 1-year program we do in Nigeria where you go and serve your country, the Youth Service NYC program. I got posted to Sokoto, a psychiatric hospital in Sokoto. I and my friends, so it was fun traveling and spending 1 year in Sokoto. Me and my friends who got a job with the teaching hospital, and if you're a Nigerian watching this video, I'm sure you relate. One of the highest tertiary hospital in Nigeria, so everybody wants to work at least in the teaching hospital. It's more money than private firm. It was more money than state firm. I mean, some private firm pay more, but you get what I mean? Like federal job, you have your job is secured for 30 years, 35 years, or maybe 60 years, whichever one comes first. So it's like more job security, unlike the private firm where you can be laid off at any time. But then the youth service time, it's everybody's goal to probably finish youth service and get re-employed permanently now in the federal government sector, right? When I got job there, as a student nurse, you're looking forward to come out, to do this goal, to be a nurse, to do the life. I didn't see that satisfaction in most of the nurses I met there. I could see them wanting more, craving more, but not knowing how to go about it. But then I couldn't place it. Then fast forward to after mid-service, I went in to do midwifery. Because, it was like a thing. You have to be a registered nurse and a registered midwife back home. How can you tell somebody you're a nurse when you can't even take delivery? In the course of doing my midwifery, 6 months into the program, because I went to nursing school, I wanted to have another view of nursing, because back home is like there's a war between the BSN trained, university trained nurses and the nurse school of nursing trained nurses, like diploma nursing and the degree nurses. I wanted to go there too and see it. And then I was young. I had nothing. I was really thinking. I graduated at 20. Then I rounded up all with school 2016, which is 21 and all of that. So I went back to midwifery 22. I wanted to see what it's like to be in nursing school. So when I went back to midwifery, 6 months into the line, I got this job with University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital. I miss them. I do. I got the job just as a normal graduate person. And then because I was in school, I was trying to complete my midwifery and also work. They had to post me to the labor ward. And it was fun going to school and schooling, but it was stressful. So we're doing midwifery. Everybody is happy in labor ward. You hear people say, I want to leave the country. I remember making my first inquiry about traveling to the USA, and when I started my program, I did not have much information. Like, we are probably opportune. Some of us now are probably opportune to get on the YouTube. There are a lot of people that have traveled now that are willing to share their story and telling their stories. When I wrote my exam or was seeking to leave Nigeria, I had none of those information at hand. Go to the YouTube, you will not see anything. You ask people were locking up, they were gatekeeping those information. So I kind of killed the dream at that point. Like, I can't do this, it's too expensive for me. I left it. But then after a while, working in that health sector, I just wanted more. I kept pursuing more. Like I decided, okay, I'm going to leave this country. But the question then was to choose between UK and USA. Everybody was going the UK route because it was less expensive. The process was also shorter at the time, at that 2018 time, than it is for this USA process. So it was as if a lot of people were gravitating towards that. One of the things that now kept pushing it is that working in Nigeria, number two, the pay was so low for the kind of job we do. I worked in labor ward and I did night shifts. You have to do 5 days night to get 4 days off. So it was a little bit tough thing. Like you work from 5 to 9. That's like almost how many hours? You still get paid the same thing that the person that worked from 2 to 5 worked. And if possible, they were even your senior because they move from one step to another step. And that's how your money keep going up until you become a chief nursing officer, director of nursing, blah, blah, blah. You just cannot jump in and then you be something or any managerial role. You start from the bottom to the top. So the long hours, and then trust me, when you leave that work by 9, you are totally useless till 4 p.m. and you're ready to come back again. And then I was working in labor ward. Some days you have so much delivery. That 4 days off, you think you're probably going to use it for something useful. No, you are sleeping all through. The work was too much. The pay was low. Those things kept, fueling this desire to leave the country. Now the question is where? I do not know, but I know that I just really wanted to leave. The pay was low, job security, but the intimidation from the senior colleague was too much. You are not even allowed to really express yourself as a nurse. So all of this thing kept fueling like, I want to leave this country. I would want to leave this country to somewhere where you can be a nurse and be effective and, provide the care and compassion that you want to. That is my own opinion. I wanted to do more, like somewhere where you put in the work, you get the pay. Even though here in America, a lot of people still believe, we're not being paid well. But I'm saying in relation to Nigeria right now, right? Where you can work and get the pay. You put in the work, you get the pay, you go home and rest. So that was the part of the things that were fueling this energy. Now, coming to where? This video is why I came to USA. I had between UK and USA. UK because UK route was easier, shorter. The process wasn't too complicated as it was with the USA, and it wasn't very expensive like that. So in wanting to come to UK, I knew I wasn't going to go and start disturbing my dad for funds to do that. I still had 4 other siblings. So burdening my dad without, finance was going to be unreasonable. So now I have to do it according to what I am earning, right? So by the time I looked at it and I decided, okay, I'm going to do UK. I was praying about it. I was praying over it. I'm a Christian. I believe in God and I believe in asking God for directions. In the course of praying about it and seeking the face of God, I met my mentor, Pastor Alice, and I spoke to him about it. I told him about my desire to, relocate. I really want to relocate. And I think I want to do UK and, because the USA process is too much and all of that. Then in our conversation, he's like, why not go for USA? A lot of people are moving to USA. It's this. I'm like, no, I can't. I can't afford the process. It's too much for me. I can't do that. And it's too long. I need something that I would put, invest in, and before you know it, I'm out and gone. So after that conversation, Sha gave me his reasons and I didn't buy the idea. I left and I went to go and start preparing for my IELTS for UK. I wrote the IELTS and I passed, but I didn't pass. I did well, but one of the scores was not up to what they wanted. So that means it was a beautiful and unneeded result. So I think I did well, 7.58, 7.5, and then I scored 6.0 in the writing. And for UK route, you need 6.5. So at that point, automatically that result was not useful. So in that point in my life, do you know how much I paid then? I paid a whole 78,000 naira for that exam. That's like almost my 1 month salary. I still have to save for rent. I still have to, so I was devastated. I just could not find myself standing up to write the exam again. I just felt so bad. I was just downcasted. That's the word to use at that time. It was like, okay, I'm done with this moving abroad thing. Let me just face my life. After I have a job with the federal government and nobody's sending me packing tomorrow, I will work like this till I'm 60, and then I have retirement. I'll take my pension. And I'm like, oh, you're dreaming. But along the line in that moment, I kind of reminisced about my conversation with my mentor, Pastor Alex, and I said, okay, let me go the USA route. So this was now bringing us into 2019 ending. I remember I made that decision to start. Okay, and this IELTS I wrote is very useful for USA at the long run. So why let it waste, since I have like 2 years before the IELTS is going to go off? I'm like, okay, I'm going to use this IELTS. Let me just use it. I'm not going to let it waste. I decided to start the USA route with little to no money in my account. But as God may have it, family sponsored, friends of family that kind of pushed me through and helped me, supported me with my salary. My parents came through for me. And boom, I started the process December 2019. I did my CGFNS. That's another gist for some other video if you would like to hear my own process and how I did it. But then I started the USA route. And before you know it, I was going to write my exam August 2020. Like, I kept myself on a time frame, do all the process, this, start reading the NCLEX, blah, 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 and write the exam August. Before you know it, boom, COVID happened. Everything I paid for, most of the things I paid for expired. I'm like, what? I don't think I'm going to continue this process anymore. Like, I'm done. Maybe I should just go back and write IELTS again and push this UK route. And then it looked like UK was going, but then somewhere along that COVID period, UK process became a little bit strict and it wasn't moving again. So I'm like, okay, let me keep pushing. After all, like I said, that was one thing I used to console myself. I have a federal job. It's not like I'm jobless. Let me just keep pushing. So I kept pushing it. And during that COVID was when I really asked myself, when I really told myself, I'm definitely going to leave this country. I saw how the nurses were respected all over the world. Don't get me wrong. In Nigeria, it's like a doctor's ward in the healthcare. The doctors are the yes, sir, yes, ma. The nurses are the ones that just follow suit. Some places won't even let you pass an IV as a nurse. Some places will not even let you take, the limits they place on nurses is too much. The judgment. So they don't really value us. But during that COVID, watching the news, how nurses were celebrated everywhere around the world, how their judgments, how it was the nurses here and all of that. I'm like, I am definitely leaving this country. And then, like, now that I've come to the USA, I can see how much a nurse input goes a long way. They're asking for your own opinion. They're asking for what you want to do. Even as a nurse manager, I can see how much, you can give out to a doctor for your patient, like relate, how much you can do for them. It's not when you are just there answering, okay, you're waiting on the beck and call of a doctor. Like, nobody's even utilizing the knowledge you have. They just want to tell you what to do and you do it. You're just like, okay, receive the information, do it. So that COVID period really made me say, no, I'm leaving. Then, the insecurity in Nigeria was becoming something else. So all of this reason fueled my choice. And I'm like, okay, since I cannot bring myself to write an IELTS again for UK, and somehow when I was now praying and reflecting over it, I found peace towards the whole USA thing. So I'm like, if God really wants me to go, he will make provision for every fund that I need for this process. And guess what? He did, because if not, I'm in USA right now. So then along the line, I got married in the course of all this journey. And I'm like, I wrote my NCLEX with my baby, my first son, in utero, and it went well. I passed at my first attempt. And before you know it, I came to the USA. And that was also one of the major reasons why I wanted to come. I wanted more for my children. I wanted to give my children what we were not what we don't have. I wanted my children to have a global access. I wanted my children to be able to choose, I want to do this course in this place and go there. Just being born here, it's like I have, given them something they would not have if they were like in Nigeria or born and raised in Nigeria like I was. So I wanted also something better for them. And my dear, these are the reasons that prompted me to come to the USA. Now that I am in the USA, I thank my younger self for making that decision over and over again. I enjoy practicing in the USA. I enjoy that I'm living that fulfillment of being a nurse. There's this joy I wake up to doing something, impacting into someone's life by taking care of them. And when they smile, like when they say this thank you, it is everything for me, not even the pay. And then when I came to USA, my first paycheck, you can pay me. You can pay what I was earning in Nigeria. Yes, I understand the conversion rates, like you can't, but my first paycheck can pay one of the chief madams there. So like all of those things, when I was researching and putting more work, they were the things that fueled my desire. And now that I'm in USA, I want to say I do not regret it. All the long time of waiting, immigration. I started my process 2019 December, and I ended up in USA 2022, which is almost 3 years or 2.5 in just pursuing the dream, the USA journey, just to come in as a registered nurse in USA. Was a long way to what it, yes, it was. And I will do it over and over again if I find myself on that other side. So why am I saying this? If you have come to terms with yourself that you want to relocate to the USA as a registered nurse, and you do have a good job, even if you do not have a good job, just keep holding on, just keep pushing, keep doing it. Before you know it, it will work. And also just to put it out there, the whole Trump executive order, ban on immigration and all of that might slow things down a little. But hold on, because they were just coming out of the 2018 regression and all of that. I was able to get my visa. I remember that December when they just took off the retrogression and the ban thing. Visas were coming in. I will be like, when is my turn going to come? When is it going to happen for me? Guess what? It has happened. I'm in USA now. It can happen for you too. Don't overthink it. Just take it one step at a time. Start trying. Start putting in that work small. Just be watching it while you are living your life. But the one advice I'm going to give you is enjoy your life while you are waiting. Find something you are doing in Nigeria that you love. Learn a trade. Learn how to make hair. Learn how to sew. Learn how to do something wonderful. Because when you come here, if you live in that anxiety of, when am I leaving? What is all this ban? Oh, this Trump. Oh, what is Trump saying? Is it going to affect us? Will Trump let us come in? Will legal ones with green card come in? When will the backlog on green card finish? And you don't enjoy your life while you were there. You're still going to come here to see this life too, and you're going to regret it. So my one take-home advice from this video, even if it didn't relate to, my own why I decided to migrate to USA as a foreign trained nurse, my one advice is enjoy yourself. Enjoy the nursing system in Nigeria right now, because when you come here, you're going to work. You want to be effective? You're going to work. So just enjoy that stage. Live in the moment. Live in the present. Enjoy it. Because when you come to USA, or so that you don't start regretting why you didn't even enjoy whatever it was there, just live in the moment there while you're waiting and keep putting out the process. Take it one step at a time. Yes, there might be backlog right now due to the whole Trump immigration rules and all of that, but it's definitely going to get better. And then eventually, if you make it here, you're going to be happy and you're going to thank yourself for making that decision and not giving up on that dream and following through. If you made it to this point in this video, it means you agree with me or you find what I'm saying engaging. And if there's something you want me to share on or talk about or tell you what I feel about it, or if there's something you want to add to what I said, or if you're like an immigrant nurse, I would like you to drop 1 or 2 reasons why you decided to migrate to the USA so that we can all, relate and engage. I like to know your own reason why you left if you're now a nurse in the USA, or I like to know your own reason why you are intending to leave. And I pray that for some that's in Nigeria, that the Lord will give you peace now that you're waiting and, help you stay strong and keep putting in that effort and not give up. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next video.